Hello, beautifully amazing people. Thanks for the click. Welcome to 1.17 Build Ideas, Tips, Tricks, Hacks, whatever you want to call it. Now, I know I'm a little bit late to the party. 1.17's been out for exactly a week on the day I'm recording this. But I figured I really wanted to make this video. I had tons of tricks and tips that I really wanted to share with more people. So, let's get going. Right away off the bat, you'll see that I have a pathway here, but I've mixed in some rooted dirt and a block of raw copper and raw iron. Now, the beam blocks, yes. Now, they're good in paths used sparingly, if you know what I mean. Like, I would not base an entire path around them, but just mixed in there. I think that worked very, very well. All right, next up, I've used a gradient. Now, if you get to know me, you'll know that I love gradients so much. Now I've used the new tub block and the new calcite block. Calcite is just incredible because it makes diorite usable, in my opinion. Without that transition or smoother variant, it really just was ugly. Now it's really not. I really like it. Like I really like diorite now. And the tuff is just another darker stone block. You may say, oh, these are kind of just blocks that are already in the game, just a little bit different. I think that that's even more important than adding a completely new block. To be able to make these really nice gradients and to really elevate builds to another level. You may have noticed at the top there, we've got a lightning rod with an acacia fence. It goes very, very, very nicely with acacia fences, and I think it works very well right there. You'll see me use them a lot throughout the video. Throughout this wall here, I've used deep slate. I think deep slate is awesome because it has a nice contrast to the stones and even like the tuff and gravel over there, and calcite especially, and diorite. So this nice contrast, but without being too extreme, like blackstone. I think blackstone is a great block. I love blackstone, don't get me wrong, but sometimes that contrast can just be a little too much. You know what I'm saying? But this is perfect. All the way along here, looks very, very nice. Just breaking up those stones and giving a nice kind of ground foundation for the whole build. On the wall here, we've got pointed dripstone. This makes the build look a lot more menacing. Like, it turns it from more of a cottage type thing to kind of a fortress stronghold. You know what I mean? It's got the like pointed. It makes it look more dangerous. All right, next let's set the time tonight. So around the outside, I've used moss carpets to cover up lighting. It makes the whole place light up, and you're like, "Where's the lighting?" It's just hidden in the grass. It is wonderful. Not only does moss carpet add depth to greenery, and it makes it even more lush. Obviously, with like the lush caves, you know. I love these moss carpets. Moss carpets honestly might be my favorite block in the entire update. I know it seems like such a dumb block to be like your favorite, but just the fact that you can light up grassy areas without having like gross wool carpets just sticking out. Oh my god, I love that so much. I've also got some glowberries here. Now, you can only really place them on dirt. I kind of just covered up the dirt. I think it works still, right? Like you could barely tell for the most part. Yeah, so we got these nice azalea trees around here. We also got a little garden here, mixed in some rooted dirt and azalea and stuff like that. I think this turned out pretty nicely. Around here, we've also got some melons and pumpkins with candles as stems. I'm also pretty sure you've seen this one before. Maybe you haven't. I'm fairly certain you have not seen this cactus one before, mainly because it's a little more of a process to do. You basically have to use commands. So if you do set block at the top to pink candle, that would really be the only way. And if you want to do multiple, you just do candles equals 3, something like that. There you go. Yeah, because you can see you can't place them on there. So that one's really only creative, but I think it really looks like cactus flowers, makes everything look more bright, that's some color. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, I think it's time that we go in. Right off the bat, let's just address the elephant, or no, let's address the hole in the room. There's just a gaping hole here. Now, it's kind of like a dragon blew up the wall, or fireball or TNT blew it up. And like the black stone is the areas that got destroyed the most. And then there's a gradient around it, like the deep slate and then the stone. So the deep slate is the area that got kind of destroyed, just not fully. And then the stone is like the untouched area. So it's like a really nice, this area was blown up kind of feel. I don't know why I threw that. Like, just blow a hole through the wall. I think this looks awesome. I'm going to be using gratings like this throughout tons of builds. It also would really work if, like, you're thinking about a build that burned down. So that's kind of why I have that fire here. Like, if you built an entire build that burned down, I would totally use this all over the build. Even with the wood, I would try to do it. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, here we've got a few different chandelier variants. Now, this one has got floating candles. Honestly, who cares about physics? The candles are floating. I think they look even cooler. I love these new candle textures. They're not that new. It's like kind of a week old at this point. But the fact that it like kind of gets lighter towards the top, like it's kind of glowing down, I love that so much on these candles. And just got some lightning rods here. Now to actually place this, it's kind of harder than you would think. You kind of have to do this. Like that. So to get the orientation correct. Now, this other one, it's just kind of showing that there's a use for amethyst. Amethyst can be used. I feel like every block in Minecraft can be used. And something like amethyst, people may say, oh, well, it's not that important. It's not that cool just because it's so unusable, right? But I think it makes it even more interesting because you have to find creative ways to use it. Down here, we've got the old TNT. I'm sure you've seen this one before. We've got red candles just on top of those TNT, kind of like dynamite sticks. I think this works very, very well and kind of gives a little bit of an old Western feel, in my opinion. I mean, it could just be a mine, I guess. But I don't know. All right, then. Upstairs, up ladder, really. We've got some nice candles and carpet leading up to a grandfather clock. I love this clock design. Lightning rods make it so much better than the clocks pre 1.17. It's very, very cool. We've also got amethyst going up the side, showing again, it kind of looks like a wallpaper. Like, it is usable. You can use it. Also, the tingling noise. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I can't not mention the tingling. Here we've got a little desk here with some a lectern and some candles. I think the candles are a great addition to the game. I'm so glad they added them. This desk looks very, very, very cool. Alright, I think that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and like. I'm really trying to grow my channel. It's going slowly. It's a bit of a grind, but hopefully I'll get up there someday. Make sure to check out my SMP series, ColdCraft SMP, full of shenanigans, awesome builds, hopefully awesome videos as well. At least I think so. So make sure to check those out. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. This is Craisen Lord signing off. Goodbye.